know, it's been a while. Sorry, that was my phone. I have an NBC app on there, so it does that. Or however you do that. Anyway, it's been a while. I know. I've had a few things that have been going on. First of all, my feet are better. My big toe on my left foot, looking good. My right foot, it kept spreading. He gave me Lamisil, the pill, and because it wasn't like a little rash, it was blisters. And unfortunately, I have scars all over the bottom of my feet because these blisters were so deep. It was horrible. When I would walk, it felt like I was walking on rocks. Man, it was bad. So, I mean, I wasn't supposed to walk that much because that's what made it spread. I soaked my feet almost every night. You know, it was a rough thing to get through, but I got through it. Let's see. I have been to my psychiatrist, my counselor, my regular doctor, the podiatrist, I'm trying to think. I think that might be all. But I went to the podiatrist 3 times because he wanted to keep checking that. I made an appointment for, I have to get a pulmonary function test. And after that, we're going to talk about getting a new CPAP machine and maybe having another sleep study because I'm having a hard time breathing, especially right now during the, spring and the grass is getting all the pollen, It's really hard on me because my lungs are collapsed and I have a lot of scarring from it. I have had pneumonia a lot. But luckily I haven't had it since like 2008, maybe something like that. It's been a while. So, thank God. Knock on wood. So I'm going to do that. I just got a call yesterday that I'm going to be getting fitted for diabetic shoes, which I'm happy about. I don't have to get the older looking shoes now. They have more of a variety. Thank God. Because, I don't want to look. I mean, my dad had diabetic shoes and they look like older people's shoes. And I'm not making fun of anyone that wears them. My dad loved them because they were easy to get on and off. So, he was older and sick, but I would like to have something like tennis shoes, sneakers, whatever, to where it doesn't look so bad. So, my doctor told me that that's definitely going to be okay. I talked to my caseworker from my insurance company yesterday, and she told me I needed to make an appointment to go to the dentist, which I don't want to, but I'm going to today. Because I still have 2 fillings that need to be filled, and I need to get my teeth cleaned, and I need to have him check the back of my front tooth on the right because it has a little chip out of it. It's like a layer taken off my tooth, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it's part of a filling that's coming off. I don't know. Sorry. Allergies. But I have to have him check that, and I'm sure that I'm going to have to pay to get that repaired. I don't know. And money-wise, I ain't got it. This month has been really tight. Unfortunately, what time is it? Okay. Unfortunately, I was unable to take the free van. I thought about it, and I can't. I can't pay insurance, and I can't pay plates for it. I can't. The reality of it is I don't have the money, and even if I did pay that, I wouldn't have money for gas, so there's no point. I cried for a long time over it, but I made the decision because I didn't want to have a vehicle I couldn't drive. I mean, it would just be sitting out there, and I would be paying out money for insurance and not be able to drive it. So, I was figuring up what I had to pay, and just can't be done. And I was very disappointed. So I made the call and I told her that I couldn't take it. And, I said, please don't be offended. I was crying. And she said, I'm not offended. I just wish that I could have helped you. And I said, you did help me by caring enough to think of me, enough to want to give me a van and not make me pay for it. So that was very depressing. Very, very depressing. I really felt like an idiot because I couldn't take it. It made me feel like, I don't know, there was so many emotions going through my head that I just couldn't deal with it. So that happened. When I was at my psychiatrist, we were talking about my medication because I have bipolar depression. It's severe. And if I'm not medicated properly, I cry all the time. And it's awful. And I'm not ashamed to say that because, I've had a problem with this my whole entire life, and I never really knew what it was. So, and one psychiatrist said it was dysthymic disorder, which is someone that, to explain it to a T, it's like Eeyore. He worries about everything. He's sad all the time. That's me without proper medication. And I don't want to live that way. So what happened was one of the medications I'm on causes jaw clenching. That's a side effect. And it's usually at night when it kicks in, when I'm trying to sleep. So me and my psychiatrist was talking about lowering the dose of one of my medications and hiring the other one. Well, she lowered the dose of the one that is specifically for bipolar depression. And I kept feeling like I was going downhill, like everything was making me cry, and, commercials, and just sitting here, I'd find something to cry about. And I was getting to the point where I was saying in my head, I can't live like this. So I called and I was talking to the nurse at my psychiatrist's office, and I told her what was going on. And I said, I have a few more of my 60 milligrams. I'm going to go back up on it because I can't live this way. Well, my psychiatrist said she would rather not do that. And I said, I'm going to do it anyway because I can't live that way. So finally, she decided that we would do that, and then I'm going to see her on May 5th, and we're going to talk about it. The reason why she lowered it is because of the jaw clenching and the chip in my tooth. She didn't want it to get any worse. So, oh man, I've been talking a lot. So I'm happy that she raised it back up because I feel better. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't made a video, because I've been crying all the time. I just can't get on here and cry over nothing. I know this is about my real life. I know it's about my struggles, and about my happiness. But I cannot get on here when I'm crying so hard that I can't even see straight. And when I'm saying I can't live like this, it can only go south, So, thank God I'm back on the higher dose and I'm good. I just hate the jaw clenching, but I would rather have that any day than what I was feeling. There's so much to my life that you guys don't know. And maybe one day I'll get into a lot of the things that have gone on in my life, I'm not saying my life is worse than anyone's, it's not, definitely not. But I've been through some crap, let's just say. And I know a lot of people have, but we all have our own struggles. And this vlog, my vlog, as often as I do it, is about my struggles in my life. I appreciate all of you. I really do. And I really hope you're patient with me, because when something like that happens, I can't just get on here and cry the whole time. I would like for you to pray for one of my friends. Her name is Leslie. She just lost her mom. And she's really sad. And of course, any of us would be. But if you can, please pray for her. I think that's all. I've said I know 100,000 times in this video. But, oh, The Walking Dead. And American Idol. Oh gosh, I don't have time. Well, I have 2 minutes. American Idol, I called it. Although I wanted Dalton to win, but I called it. And The Walking Dead, the people that watch it, who do you think that Negan used Lucille on? Huh? Now, me, I don't know. But I've been thinking, I have this thing that maybe he didn't kill anyone. He's just beating them to a pulp and they live. What do you think about that? Maybe that's what's happening. Who knows? Who knows? But, man, and Days of Our Lives, oh my gosh. Oh, and I know all of you don't, but see, I'm so different being on the right medication. I feel so much better. Anyway, it's been 14 minutes. That's a long vlog. So, I'm going to let you go. I really hope you know that I appreciate you and I love you all. And please understand if I don't, answer comments or whatever. It's not because I don't want to. Sometimes I can't focus. But anyway, love you all. Thank you for being here. Bye, everyone.